What up, everybody? It's Tuck Notes. My name's Tucker, and you've reached Tuck Notes Beginner Stock Talk and Thoughts. And so, in this video today, I'm going to talk about some important key fundamental tools to have. Then you don't need to have any fancy gadgets or whatever. It's a lot of it is just logic, common sense, and persistence. So what I have displayed, what we'll be watching is Bitcoin, and I'm gonna kind of explain to you my best through this graph what is price action, and then how does it work, and then I'm going to use Bitcoin as the example. So let's start it. Before that, we'll start out with what is price action. Price action is the movement of a security's price plotted over time. You see how I said I have it underlined, plotted. Price action forms the basis for all technical analysis of a stock, commodity, or other asset charts. Many short-term traders rely exclusively on price action and the formations and trends extrapolated from it to make trading decisions. So that's a fancy way at the end. We don't really need to know that part. Well, we do, but let's kind of just keep it basic right now. So what we're looking at right now is Bitcoin, and this is the 1-year history. Okay. This was the run up we had in February, and then it dropped down like that, 50%. I'm sorry, this is Ethereum, not Bitcoin. But it's pretty much, the graph's the same. And so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take us to the live, and I'm going to change this to candlesticks. And maybe we'll go to a week. Let's go to a week. All right. This is where I can give you an idea of what's going on. All right. If you have this opportunity to have a computer and a screen to look at Robinhood and your stock or whatever, you can get a much bigger idea of it when you have a big screen like this. A huge, much bigger idea. And you can kind of see what's going to happen more. There's better gadgets, but whatever. We're working with what we got. So this is Ethereum over 1 week. And these greens are the people buying and the pinks are selling, right? And then we have these long sticks, sometimes up or down, or sometimes short or squished candlesticks. And I'm not a pro on the candlesticks. We're going to learn this together. But man, I had some notes on the candlesticks. But whatever. Anyways, this is an important graph to look at right here. Now this is a graph. It says Wyckoff's price cycle. There's 4 phases, and this is kind of not Wyckoff's, but just in general for it. We have the phase where it's the buying, so it's coming down, right? The stock's coming down. And we get to a point where it's almost at the bottom. And this point right here says oversold, accumulation area. And this is the area where we want to buy. we want to mix with the whales. We want to mix with the sharks. We can't beat them, so we have to mix with them and roll with them. And so what happens is we buy here, or let's just say institutional ownerships usually get in early right here, and they run the markup, and then once it gets to the top, it turns into the distribution area. And this is the area where a lot of people, retail investors and people like them, will buy the stock. And then they'll just get maybe a little, bit of it before they have to sell it, and it goes down. And that's the markdown. Okay, with that being said, I want to show you this graph tells me I can look at this graph alone and know that Ethereum is still going down. And why do I know that? Because if I go all the way to the top up here, here's the price line. Oh wow, here's another pink one up here. So we got the pink up here. And it's like at what, 20, I don't know what it is, 22. It was at 22 7 days ago, and it's ran down. There's no way it's gone up. It had here's 2 chances it had to try to go up, but it got rejected and pushed and pulled down. I look at this, all of this, as like a piece of weight, and it's someone's holding it and making sure it's not going to fall. Here I can see a Wyckoff being played out right here. There's a distributive area right here. I'm not going to get into all that technical analysis, but basically, because of it being pink and high up before the green, and it's doing, it's letting the green go up a little bit and letting it test itself, run, flow a little bit, but then it gets shut down or it's too much to buy. And so it gets sold off. And at the same time, people are shorting somehow. I don't know how they do that, but they're shorting the stock or pumping it up when it needs to. But overall, we got it here, and now it's all the way down to the low of what, 1876, and then it goes up again. So here it goes, and this is its first drop below 2000 mark. So we've hit the 2000 mark plenty of times. It's touched it, but now it's breaking through it multiple times. And so we can go to the one, let's go back one more. Look at that. We can go to the candlesticks.